prepare your heart, because what I'm about to tell you is not just a market transaction, it's the echo of a roar that still resonates through the walls of Ford Field and now seems to be searching for a new destination in the concrete jungle of New York. If you live the intensity of the Detroit Lions like I do, you know that every player who wears our colors carries a piece of our hard-working and resilient soul. Talking about DJ Reader is talking about a giant who honored our defensive line with the strength of someone who refuses to accept defeat. But fate, that unpredictable master of the NFL, is drawing a bittersweet path. Imagine the scenario. The New York Giants, a traditional franchise going through a harsh winter of losses, piling up a painful 4-13 record in 2025, are desperate for redemption. They lost their pillar Dexter Lawrence to the Bengals, a move that shook the foundations of the league. And now, amid the rubble of a defense that needs direction, they've set their sights on our warrior. Yes, the rumors are burning behind the scenes. DJ Reader, the man who was our anchor, visited MetLife Stadium, and the buzz is that once the draft lights go out, he'll put pen to paper to try to save the Giants from the abyss. For us Lions fans, watching this movement is like seeing a family member pack their bags for a near impossible mission. The Giants want what we had. That intimidating presence in the trenches, that player capable of stopping the run with sheer
willpower. Doug Rush from Fansided had already hinted at it. New York's original plan was a dream scenario, pairing Reader with Lawrence. With Lawrence gone, Reader no longer arrives as a luxury co-star, but as the lone hope of a defensive line crying out for leadership. And although the silence from DJ and the Giants front office is deafening in this moment of speculation, the weight of this potential move is massive. We're talking about a man who closed out a contract worth over $27 million with us, a cycle of total commitment, and who now faces the challenge of proving he's still the monster who terrorized opposing offenses. The city that never sleeps is waiting for him. But we, who saw every drop of sweat shed in Detroit, know he carries the mark of our grit with him. It's emotional, and at the same time, a bit melancholic to watch a lion preparing to roar in a territory so battered by defeat, trying to turn a franchise's desperation into a new chapter of glory. DJ Reader's recent journey has been a roller coaster of resilience that only true football minds can fully appreciate. In 2024, he gave us a masterclass in toughness, coming back from a brutal quadriceps injury, the kind that ends careers for many. He stepped on the field 15 times, putting up numbers that spoke for themselves. 28 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and 8 quarterback hits. He was a rock. However, the 2025 season brought an enigma that many critics, with their cold statistical eyes, try to use to
of turning skepticism into applause and leading a broken defense back to respect. It's the Giant we once called ours. The next chapter is being written, and it will be a redemption story no one will want to miss. Look, if you want my honest opinion, as someone with one pride running through my veins, seeing DJ Reader possibly head to the Giants leaves me with that bitter end-of-the-party feeling. We all know how things work in the NFL. It's a business. Cycles end. But watching a guy who symbolized our physical toughness just pack his bags after a tough 2025 season hurts. Here's what I think, no filter, about this whole situation. We brought in Reader in 2024 to be the guy nobody could move. And he delivered. Watching him come back from that quadriceps injury and play the way he did was inspiring. But let's be real. In 2025, even though he was an Iron Man playing all 17 games, the impact wasn't the same. He looked a step slower, less explosive. For a team like ours, built on Dan Campbell and Kelvin Shepard's aggressive identity, having a high-cost player who just holds the line started to become an issue. I love Reader, but paying $27 million for declining production while we have young guys like Lee McNeil, the future of this line, and Tyleik Williams pushing for snaps, is hard to justify. And to be completely honest with New York fans, they're desperate. The Giants went 4-13 in 2025, lost Dexter Lawrence, their defensive heart, and now they're trying to patch
a massive hole.
Can Reeder help? Absolutely. He brings leadership and technique, but he's not the same player from 2021 or 2022. If I were GM Brad Holmes, I'd let him walk too. We need fresh juice on the defensive line. We need players who can get to the quarterback, not just clog the run. The fact that the Giants are waiting until after the draft to sign him shows they also know his market value is dropped. If you live and breathe Honolulu Blue, you know the grind never stops in the Motor City. We're tracking every move, from the trenches at Ford Field to the front office decisions that shape our future. Don't let the noise distract you. Get the realest Lions coverage right here. Subscribe to the channel now and join the pride. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a breakdown, a trade rumor, or a post-game reaction. Whether Reeder stays or goes, we're defending the den together. One pride all day, every day. Subscribe now.